What's up, fellow Legos fans? DJ Legos here, back for another unsponsored honest review on a 2023 Lego Monkie Kid set. It is Monkie Kid's Cloud Airship. It is set number 80046. It's recommended for building ages 7 and up. Comes with 540 pieces, and its standard retail price is $50 here in the United States, where when this set was released, Monkie Kid officially became a Lego.com exclusive theme here in the United States. So that's where you're gonna have to get these from now on if you want them. But without further ado, let's start deconstructing the set and seeing how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. So starting off with the titular Monkie Kid himself, starting off with his accessory here, it's that same standard build we've been seeing for the Monkey King staff here, with the red lightsaber blade piece and then the two drum lacquer gold pieces for the ends of the staff. Looks very nice. Talking about the actual figure here though, this is his new outfit for season 4 of the Monkie Kid line. And this figure is slightly exclusive just due to variation. In other sets he just has a whole bunch of accessories on him. But taking a look at the actual figure, removing that staff so we can get a closer look. Same hair headband combo that is pretty par for the course with the character, especially with the print there. It does have a new part number for 2023 here, but it is relatively the same exact one that we've been seeing. Head is also not new. We've seen it before, and it does look very nice, very representative of the character. The torso print is also really nicely done. Kind of looks like outfits he's worn before, but it does have some nice details to it as well. Kind of mismatch of colors here, but it is indicative of the Monkey King's color scheme. Nice printing on the legs, actually dual molded for the legs too, and printing all the way down to the feet there. And look at that, the printing quality is actually pretty decent for one of their in-house themes. So there's that. Back of the torso features some nice printing and detail as well, and then turning the head around there, we have an alternate expression. Again, nothing we haven't seen before, but it does look pretty nice. Next figure we're going to take a look at is Sandy. His accessory is his ancestral weapon. This season did introduce a new parts pack where you get all the ancestral weapons here, just molded in a more accurate color, how they're depicted in illustrations in the original Journey to the West story there. So it is very nice and very nicely built up. But taking that away, we can take a closer look at the actual figure, and he comes in this exclusive outfit where this is just help amplify the power of the original his original ancestor within the story here. So leg print is not new. It's shared across all the figures from this season with this armor, but the actual torso print is unique to Sandy here, and it does have a nice array of details corresponding with his ancestor here, and making it distinctly his. And it does look very nice. There is a little bit of the white on the torso is not that great, but flipping around you can see a nice back torso printing as well. Again, that white it could be a little bit better here. And then you do get the old Ninjago shoulder pads here in a gray color. Orange colored Santa beard here, really nice, not new, and the mohawk piece in orange, which is also not new. Taking the beard off so you can get a better look at that face. We've been getting this head since the start of last year when they decided to make Sandy a minifigure. It is very nice, and it does look really good as well. And then we get Sandy's trusty pet Mo, because this is more going into the original Journey to the West story, going into the past and reliving the memories and all that. Mo here is actually represented as younger, so he's represented with a kitten mold that got introduced last year. It's just molded into this blue color to match Sandy, and it does have a nice little print on the front, the face there, representing a much younger Mo. It is very nicely done. Again, like Sandy himself, the printing with the orange and the white could have been a little bit better. Really hope LEGO improves on that. But yeah. Looking at one of the villains included in this set for this season, the golden winged eagle here, is very nicely done, really nicely detailed. Going over accessory first, he just comes with that standard spear piece in a silver color. It does have a little bit of an attachment for some added detail of his spear there. He does come with a video molded for wings there, just to represent him. That is a nice part usage there, instead of creating a new mold. Really nicely that they reuse that asset. Also really nice reuse part is that piece that was introduced last year in the stunts line, that little pigtail piece here for a bit of his braided hair going back there. That also creates a really nice effect and really adds the detail here. He does come with a brand new mold, however, with the beak here. Really glad that they molded that part on, but talking about the actual prints here, the leg prints are very nice. It's just they're a little washed out from being printed onto black there. Nice detail to the torso as well, against that nice blue that they use here. And then taking the beak and the wings off, we can take a look at the actual head print. That is also really nicely done. I do like the fact that they did print the beak on, just in case you don't want to use that molded element with your figure. And then flipping him around, you can see he's got some nice back torso detail, which is really nice that they included that, because that is generally just covered up by the wing element piece, and it's also really nicely detailed. And then lastly, we just get a generic ink demon, which is like the bad foot soldiers of this season here, from the scroll of memory, protecting it and everything. The accessory here is just a regular blade looking thing with a black lightsaber hilt, and that piece that was introduced with the Eternals wave of sets here, just molded in plain black. You have some nice face printing for the soldier here. And it looks really nice, and does come with a brand new mold for a hairpiece here. Really looks pretty nice. The torso print as well looks really good, and actually looks really good printed against that black torso. And flipping around to the back, you have some nice more details of the suit there. You can kind of see some ink kind of spilling onto the torso there, and that is carried onto the front. That all looks really nicely done. So getting to the actual build of the set, most of the pieces do go into the namesake of the set, the Airship here, but you do get two kind of sub-assembly side builds. Build pretty much went together smoothly, spread it across couple of bags here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the two smaller builds before we get into the major airship. So for the ink demons, you pretty much get this small little ballista. It's made up of a handful of pieces, comes with some purple, some black, some yellow, just to correlate with the color scheme of the bad guys here. You do have a couple of those Eternals pieces, again, reused here to kind of make the bows of the ballista here. You do have a nice wheel so you can roll it around, but it does have a tow bell hitch here at the back, just so you can wheel this around wherever you want and then set it down, and that kind of angles your shot a little bit. And it actually shoots, so you do have a stud shooter in gold there, the newer style, that can fire either studs or tiles, and just hitting the trigger will fire off some black studs, I suppose representing some ink blots. So the other small assembly is this little terrain build by some water with some rocks. This is just meant to be a little destination, considering within the set story they are searching for the ancestral weapons, and in this set you of course searching for Sandy's. So you get a nice little clip here where the staff is his weapon is held here. You have some nice buildup of some rocks with some sand green thrown in there for some moss or something. Nice little frog. Of course, Lego designers love their frogs. You got some nice little foliage down there as well, representing some water-based vegetation. And then towards the back you do have the same Monkie Kid style of Technic pieces, so you can connect this to other sets in the line if you want to build a bigger placing. So you do get some black ones here just to connect to other builds, and then some receiving ones on this side, and that pretty much does it. Talking about the main build of the set, the airship, we're going to go over the design of it first before I get into all the nitty-gritty play features and all that. Any decorations that you see on the set are stickers. I will point out the few ones that are prints here, but I do have to say that the color matching to the stickers is actually really good on the set, so there is something there. And we can see that with the main airship here, it does utilize Monkie Kid's standard color scheme of yellow, red, teal, and yellow, and it's a color scheme that you wouldn't think would work, but it ultimately does. It always has. I'm very surprised the designers actually figure out a way to have the correct of each color here just to make it work. So overall it looks pretty good, and on top of that the yellow is actually in two tones, so you get a that kind of orangish yellow key orange color. So overall I do like how the blimp part of the craft is built, the actual Zeppelin part of it. It's very nice. It utilizes the top of the airplane pieces that the wing of the tail goes into, just to create that nice round shape there as well. You do have a couple of various propellers wings here hung off the back. You do have this nice trifold for the tail here, the standard Monkie Kid cloud detail pieces as well, little basket. You do have a cab here for the front for the steering, and towards the back you actually have a secondary craft as well. A lot of exhaust here, turret up the top. The other thing to note that this thing is kind of on a little bit of a rake here, so you do have some skis here for the landing, but this kind of thing is built to kind of lean forward, which I really like as well. And I forgot to mention, there's a little Chinese lantern piece there hung off the back, and it's kind of on ball joint, so it just kind of freely rotates there as well. But let's start getting into the nitty gritty of the details of the set, starting with the cab here. So looking at the front cab for the driving compartment here, you do have a nice bit of shaping. You do have a couple of lights up at the front too, just to see in the darkness of the clouds and whatnot. You do have some bars here on the side for some roll cage detail, but you can flip those out just to get easier access into that cockpit. The chair is kind of simply built, but it is nice that it is there at least. And then you do have a nice little steering wheel utilizing the boomerang piece in white there, kind of clever part usage there. And then you do just have that speedometer printed piece there. It's the more updated one that got introduced a year back, but you can fit pretty much any minifigure that you want here. All you have to do is get them in a nice seated position, and they just pop in right there, and then you can close the roll cage back up and they just fit in there pretty nicely. Now the other thing to note is down here at the bottom on either side, right underneath its engine detail, it's pretty cleverly hidden. You do have a clip on either side, and that's just for accessory storage. So if you wanna store the staff there, again, always appreciate whenever the designers include that, just so kids don't lose accessories and have nice places to store them. Always love to see that. So getting into the X-Play feature, you do have this nice little basket here, which can be rotated in and out and go all the way to the back deck here, if that's empty and you want to unload it. But this pretty much does fully unload, and that's how low the basket goes. So you can put whatever accessories you want in here, pretend like the ship is up in the air, roll this up and get this on board for whatever adventures you're going on. Going into that back deck, you pretty much just have another seat to put a minifigure, but the cool thing about this is it is a detachable flyer, so this pretty much acts as like a runway, and it's just held in place by these two studs here, so it is pretty easy to remove. Again, you have a sticker here on the front. You do have some nice engine detail with some propellers. Those can angle however you want, and the propellers of course can spin. You get a 4x4 spot for some seating, and nice printed console. Again, not a new print, but it is nice that they at least have some detail of how to steer this thing. You do. So with these stud shooters, they are on a clip hinge instead of a ratchet. I think ratchet would have been better, but because of how they're designed, you kind of have to be finicky with them, because they're gonna angle their shot if you push it too hard, and they do fire off. They can fire off some trans red studs there as well, so that is pretty nice, and that just fits back on the ship as well. And I forgot to mention, every time you put the ship and fly it, these ski pole helicopter pieces kind of free floating, so when you set it back down, it's always gonna plop down. So that is a really nice feature. Going up to the actual balloon part of this airship, you do have these nice little side wings here of their propellers. Those do spin as well, and like the smaller craft, these do angle for however you want to pretend to be flying. You got the cloud detail is again representing some exhaust as well. You do have a nice little turret up here at the top of this thing where you get a couple of studs here. That is actually for Mo. You're supposed to put Mo here and kind of have him humorously man this turret, and you can kind of angle this forward and back and side to side. However you want to aim, and again that just fires off a trans red stud. But moving that aside and moving this back, each of the blimp parts, they open up for some interior detail. And looking at the front part here, you just have a plant there in the center. On either side you do have a little sticker of some Monkie Kid stuff, so that on that side you do have a portrait of Monkie Kid and the king there, and that one it's kind of hard to see, but you get a bulletin board. And I will name off the one problem I have with this here is you don't have any studs for this interior to attach minifigures. You can see right there, it's got no anti-stud, so all you can do is really just set a minifigure in there, but they're going to rattle around and they don't, and it's just a pain just to play with it, and it's kind of a limited space. So I appreciate them putting some interior detail into this blimp and utilizing the space. I just wish they had like a stud or two just to give you some more to play with. And the back also opens. This is more of storage for some back for the storage part of the ship. So you do get a couple stickers again on the side of the walls there. One is representing some battle plans, and the other is a computer with some schematics and a map. Again, kind of hard to see there, but it is a nice little sticker. On this side of the ship, you do have a nice little box here that is removable. It's just held in there by a single stud there, but inside you get a nice little box here. The top has a printed piece of Pigsy's noodle to-go box. This one's was new for 2023 for the past version of Pigsy, and this is printed very nicely. It kind of gets that all stacked down, but opening up the box, it's that gift style there, and inside you get a single swirly ice cream piece, the old Friends one, in a what color? That's just to represent a dumpling or something. But I will note that it is kind of hard to get this thing closed all the way with that dumpling in there. Like, you have to really force it. But that is a nice little bit of detail. Last thing to talk about with a set like this is, of course, it's a flying vehicle, so you want the swishability here. So you can very easily grab this thing. You can either grab it by the top of the actual balloon, fly it that way, or they kind of give you a nice little handle here with the frame of the actual tying the blimp to the actual flying compartment, so you can actually hold it there as well. Nice little handle here. Again, it plops right down just like you would want it to, thanks to those skis there. But overall, really good design of a set. So here is all the extra pieces you can expect with a set. Of course, you do get a brick separator. They usually include these in the much larger sets or ones that have heavy use of Technic, and this set has both. Spare shots, you get 3 extra for the Monkie Kid Airship, all the stud shooters on there, and then you get 1 spare black stud for the Ink Demon's Ballista. You also get the extra unused parts of that large weapons pack, and this is included in every set that they are included in, so you can pretty much make the other heroes weapons if you just get 1 pack and bricklink the rest of the parts or use from your own inventory. And then this is just a smattering of extra pieces that you can expect. A couple standouts, you do get an extra one of those wavy pieces from Eternals, the newer plant piece, the beard, all that jazz. You do also get an extra one of that printed tile, and you get an extra one of the newer Technic piece as well. And you do get an extra action figure stand piece, considering that was used for some detail in the set. We'll take a look at the instructions. You get 1 big medium-sized booklet here. It's kind of bound, so I'm surprised they didn't split up amongst different builds, but it does take about 5 bags worth of building split across. Shows you how to use the brick separator if you're new to it. You get, as always, you get MK sporting the progress bar, the nice little illustrations that they have for the Monkie Kid line, showing your progress throughout building the set. And at the end here, it does take about 151 pages of building there. You do have a cross-sell for the entire, all 4 sets really of the summer 2023 wave, parts inventory as well, which takes up about 3 pages. And then you have the product feedback sweepstakes thing with a generic minifigure sporting it. Talking about the box, we get that standard design for Monkie Kid sets. It does have that $50 size to it as well, and it's more vertical, kind of like the Star Wars ATST sets that always have this size of box. You get the set specs, you have a nice product shot of the set against this nice kind of hand-drawn looking background, Monkie Kid up at the top. You have a nice little showing of which of the ancestral weapons you get in this set, as well as a nice little illustration of Team MK with all their ancestral weapons for this season. So that looks pretty nice. Top of the box, you just have MK here sporting the actual size reference, as well as showing off all the minifigures, as well as their names if you are not familiar with them. Back of the box just shows you off all the play features of the set that I've gone over, and it's pretty nicely illustrated as well. So at the end of the day, with this set, the good far outweighs the bad, but we're going to get into what I don't like about this set first. Of course, as always, quality control is substantially better than most sets I've reviewed on this channel, but not by much. There's still issues with minifigure prints and overall not really good there, especially with Sandy and Mo. They're the worst offenders here. Golden Eagle, his legs are kind of bad as well, but overall, even with the stickers actually don't intrude on the build. Most of the time they're severely not matching color, but here they're really immaculate. So it just goes to show that Lego can do it if they want to, just for whatever reason. For some sets they choose not to, and that's really not okay with me. going into the actual build of what I don't like here is it mainly relies on the interior of the actual balloon part of the airship here. I do like the fact that they gave us an interior there. I just don't like how cramped it is, and the fact that you can't really have minifigures and they're just sitting in there. You have to like move them around like actual dolls. You can't pose them. You can't really have them interacting with stuff unless you actually physically hold the minifigure. So that's a bit of give and take, but for what I love about this set, I do like the set concept of the airship. I think we are severely under lacking in that department, and I think that fulfills the need. Minifigures, I wouldn't ask for any better. Of course, we get all the prominent players. You do get one exclusive minifigure, which is Sandy in his power-up suit. So that is a big draw here. And for the price, $50 for this here in the United States is very... You get that value here, especially with the airship. The airship really feels like a $50 set, but you also get these nice little sub builds here as well. So overall, I do think that this is worth it. I do think it is worth the pickup. I really am enjoying the Monkie Kid line, and I think it's one of LEGO's best themes. So all in all, this set does get an 8 out of 10 from me. Highly worth the pickup, but comment below, let me know your thoughts on the set. Do you like it? Do you disagree? Let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you like the what I have to offer. Smash that like button. Ring the bell, all that jazz really helps out the channel, really helps it grow in YouTube's horrible algorithm. And that being said, I will see you in the next video. Until next time, stack on.